$31,500 is how much I made in a single month from doing this one thing, and it's called AI Digital Products. This is just $29,000 from one payment processor, well, it's basically $30,000, but then the other money was from some other payment processor that I actually don't have access to anymore, so I can't take a screenshot or a picture. But anyways, so you get the point, right? 31,000. And I did it by using content and then AI. So here's how the process works. First things first, you need to find a skill. So this is what you're gonna do, what your content's gonna be around, and sort of what you're gonna sell as well. Now, how you do this is you can go to the link in the description. I'll link to this PDF file down below, and you go to the first AI prompt, you go to Skill Finder, and then you just copy this whole entire prompt. Now you go over to ChatGPT and paste it in, and then if you go to the top, it says age here. So what is your age? Well, I'm 16. Interests, what is your interests? My would be gym, content, digital products, and AI. Now if we go to work/background, like what have you done? Well, I've created content. I'm a content creator, and then also like it says school, so I'm just gonna put like high school. Strengths, weaknesses. So what are your strengths? What are some weaknesses? Strengths is like content creation and selling digital products. I don't really know any weaknesses that relate to this kind of stuff because I know how to do it right now. So, but you know, you may not know how to do it, so you may want to put that in there. Anyways, examples of creators I vibe with, we'll put like Iman Godzi, and then Andrew Tate, and we can do Luke Belmar. Now, if we just put the prompt and submit it to ChatGPT, it's going to give me a full skill that I can do and build my brand around, right? And then eventually sell. Now, again, I don't have to learn this skill because AI can teach it to me as well. So here we go. Boom. And it's going to actually pick a winner for me. So it's going to score each of them and give you what they're all about and all of, you know, just going to give you a ton of information about each one. And then you just go and it picks one for you. But if you don't like that one and there's another one that's like just as good, you think, do that one. If it aligns better with your personality, do it. You know what's best. But again, you know, let the AI pick like your top 3, right? So winner here would be short form video funnel mastery. Okay, so it'd be like how to funnel people from short form into selling digital products. That's what I teach right now, but I also teach more, you know? So you may want to go with more broad, like I'm sure it has a, here we go, creation and reselling, right? So that would be maybe better because it's just a bigger niche, right? But anyways, you get the point, right? It should spit out some skills that you like to do and it'll be good. So once you have that, you now have your skill. If you go back to the important prompts, you will learn this skill by pasting this prompt and then just pasting the skill in there and putting it to ChatGPT right after you submit that. And boom, it's gonna teach you the skill in like 30 days or less, okay? It should take like 2 weeks to learn the skill and you'll have it fully learned so you can understand and actually make content about it. Okay, so now that we have the skill and you're learning this skill, if we go to product right here, we have to create the product you're gonna sell. So let's do that. Wow, that was a big check mark. Let's do that. So we go back to our important prompts once more and we just take it and we are going to go here and again, go back to ChatGPT. And I'm just going to go with this, the skill it gave me. So let's do this. Short form video funnel mastery. Let's do this. So we just go back to skill here. And for your audience, it should have spit out an audience too, didn't it? I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, ideal customer avatar. Here it is. So we just take this. Boom. I'm literally just going to take this whole thing and I'm going to paste it in these brackets right here, just like that, and then we just submit it. Boom. But here we go. It's gonna give me a whole entire product. Here's all of the modules, and then you just have it go through and script out each individual module for you. Make each module at least like 30 minutes long. Tell it to give you big, long bullet points full of information that you can then actually go and make modules on. And once you have all of these modules, right? Let's say, for example, you're doing fitness. Once you have all of these modules scripted out, you go film them. You don't even have to edit them. You can just make them, you talk to the camera just like this. Boom, that's perfect. You don't need to edit these modules or do anything fancy, okay? So you have it script out each individual module in detail. Make sure they're like 30 minutes each long. And then we go to a platform called WHOP. That's WHOP, okay, .com. And then we go here, you create an account, and you scroll down to this, it's going to be a little plus. You click create your own WAP, and it's just going to have you name it. So you name it, let's say you name it Fitness Bootcamp. Okay, now once you have it, it's going to be on the sidebar here. You click on it and you go to App Store right here, and you simply click add a course. So now it's going to add a course to your WAP, and you're going to select Fitness Bootcamp because that's what your course is called. Okay, so you're probably never going to have that option because I have multiple set up, but anyways, you get the point, right? So you go here and you can actually name it. So I'm just going to call it Fitness Bootcamp. We'll just stick with the name. You can name each individual course, but you're going to have it all in one area anyway, so it doesn't matter. You just name it Fitness Bootcamp. Now you're going to add an actual module. So let's say the create course module, right? Let's say this one's called, let's just call it module 1 for simplicity, right? Module 1, boom. Now if you go back, there's each individual module here, but you click on module 1 and you can upload each lesson within the module. Okay, so each lesson is an individual video. Right, so you would categorize the modules and then put them inside them as lessons. Chapter 1, let's just leave it, let's just call it like module 1, let's just name it. Okay, and then each lesson, right, you would have each lesson, and if we go back to ChatGPT, it actually scripted out all of the modules in the lessons. See? So yeah, again, well, it didn't script it out, but it gave us the ideas for them, so you just have it go script out each one in detail, one by one. So it doesn't give you like a whole bunch of little modules. You know, you don't want little modules. You want a lot of information, the most information, so you can actually sell this for a high ticket and for it to be worth it, right? Anyway, so you go upload the videos once they're done being recorded, and they'll be in here, but you just click save changes, done. Now, if we go back to the App Store, you can add other stuff like a chat, so your members can chat. You can add files, so you can upload files that people can get. There's other stuff as well, like Discord. You can link a Discord community to it. And there's other things as well. You can go through and find them. But the main ones I use is the chat, courses, and the Discord. Okay? That's really all. Yeah, that's basically it for the WAP. Now, if we go back here, now that we have our skill and our product, we have these two, right? We need to make the funnel for it, right? So how do we do that? So we're going to go over to a platform called Typeform. Now, once you're here, you're going to log in. Now, once we're in the Typeform, you're going to go ahead and you're going to go over to create new Typeform. Now, you may have to pay for a subscription. I'm not sure exactly how much it is, but you can definitely get a free trial. So don't worry about it too much. And I think it is a bit on the pricier side, but you know, again, like, don't worry about it too much. Create new form because in the end, you get one client and this will pay off. Now, again, this funnel that I'm teaching you in this video is for high ticket mentorship, right? You don't want to sell a low ticket this way, but in the start, when you're first starting off with this, you want to sell high ticket anyways, right? You have to have a large audience to make good money with low ticket. So when you sell high ticket, you can make value-based content and you can make a ton of money because you can sell something for like, let's say $2,000 or $4,000 and you only have to get like 4 people in to make 40K. Or sorry, you only have to get 10 people in to make 40K or 20K, right? So it's a lot easier to make more money with high ticket than it is low ticket in the start. When you have a big audience, you can make a bunch with low ticket, of course. But yeah, anyways, what would you like to create? So I don't know, I've actually never used the AI for this, but I'm just gonna teach you how to use Start from Scratch. So here's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna do contact information. So we're gonna do, let's just go with this one. So this is all we need. Yeah, perfect, here we go. First name, last name, phone number, email. We don't need a company, unless you're selling something specific to company. So we're just gonna hide that, we don't need that. Now we're gonna go to add content and we're simply going to add some questions. So we wanna do multiple choice question. And for this simple, very basic question, we can do something like, let's stick with the fitness program for this one, right? How or what is, let's say it's specific to losing weight. So fitness, losing weight. Why do you want to start losing weight? Boom. Now let's go with the questions, and we can actually use ChatGPT for this because I'm not trying to sit here and type all these questions out and use like my mind to figure out psychology and all this stuff. So we can just go like, I'm making a funnel with questions for people to sell a fitness program for losing weight. Come up with the multiple choice question or answers for this question. There we go. So now it's going to spit out some. I only need 4. Okay, only 4. Here we go. So A, I want to feel confident and proud of how I look. Okay, that's good to know, right? If you're trying to sell to somebody and you want to know what their motivation is to start, because then that's how you can sell them, right? You want to be like, okay, so you want to get here, you want to do this. Here's why my program will help you do that. And then you sell them on it. So that's why we want to ask this type of question. Okay, here we go. There we go. We just paste these in. It's pretty straightforward. Okay. And here we go. Boom. There we go. So that's it. That's all you need. Now we go to add content again, and we would add more questions. So let's go to here. Let's go to come up with 4 more questions and answers that will help sell and get good information. Boom. What's the biggest thing holding you back right now? That's a great follow-up question to asking why do you want to start losing weight? That's a great follow-up question. What's the biggest thing holding you back right now from losing weight? There you go. Okay, now we go to the choices. I struggle to stay consistent once I start. Right? So then you would want to really pitch them on like, well, my program will make sure and hold you accountable so that you actually do stay consistent. That's the whole point of asking these questions, so you can actually sell them to the best of your ability. Okay, there we go. So we're just going to add these choices in. So here we go. Boom, boom. I've tried, but I've never seen real results. Okay, well, you'd be like, well, you're not doing it right. Here's what you need to do instead. My program will teach you that. Boom. Right, so all of these questions and answers will help you in the sales process, which is what I'm about to go over after teaching you this. How fast do you want to see results? Okay, that's not a bad question to ask. I think it's pretty good. It's just, it gets their mindset. So how fast do they think this will take, or how long do they think this will take for them to actually start seeing results? So, you know, it gets into their mindset. You can kind of reframe that on the sales call, right? Or, you know, maybe they have the right mindset. You'd be like, yo, congrats, bro. You're thinking the right way, but, you know, you just have to actually get the implementation so you can actually do it. Okay? So, should copy and paste these ones in real quick. Here we go. And then I just want to get back to routine of feeling better. Okay, cool. All right, now we go for another multiple choice question. Here we go. What type of guidance would help you the most? I like that because, again, this is another thing like, oops, I pasted that in the wrong spot. This is really seeing what they need. So what do they think they need the most? And then that's what you would pitch them on the same program, right? But you would really put emphasis on what they think they need or what they actually do need, even if they think wrong. So that's what really this question is going to do, is find out what they think they need or what they're lacking, really. So that would help you sell them on what they, or how your program will teach them or help them in that way. Again, so just paste these in here. Oops. All right, there we go. So yeah, you would just go through and you want to add like 5 or 6 questions that are pretty basic, just like this. I'm not going to add the last one because it's just the same thing, right? We can read it though. If you have a proven plan and support, what's your main goal in the next 90 days? To lose that much pounds, or 15 to 25 pounds, to build a lean, strong body I'm proud of, finally stay consistent, build long-term habits, get shredded for the summer. Okay, cool, right? Then you're getting more of their motivation for that question. But anyways, you get the point, okay? So you want to ask all of these questions and you want to do those first, okay? So you want to put this contact list to the very last thing. Why you're doing that, why you're putting the contact to the last thing, is you want them to get straight into, I want to do this, this is why, And then they're like all hyped up from answering these questions, like, okay, I'm going to do it. And then they have to type in their information. But when they just get blasted with their information, you know, you've probably had to put in your phone number or email someone, and you're like, you know, like, I kind of want it, but I don't want it bad enough, so I don't really care. But if you're already motivated and you've already answered 5 or 6 questions, then you're already that much into it. You're just going to put your information in, more than likely, right? So that's why you want to put your contact information last, after the questions. Okay? Now, once someone goes and actually fills this out, so once you get a submission, you're going to put this into the link in your bio, by the way, and funnel people with your content, which is what I'm about to go over. But once people actually go and apply for this, you're going to go up and call them. So you're going to call them, and you're going to schedule a actual meeting with them. So when can you get like 30, 45 minutes of their time? So you'll have their phone number, you'll have their name because they filled out the form. So you're just going to go and call them or text them, schedule a meeting, say, look, I see you filled out the form, right? I see you're motivated to start because of this. When can I hop on a meeting so I can tell you how I can help you, because that's what you're applied to do? And then they're going to tell you when. You're going to book them in on your Google Meet or Zoom, whatever. And then you're going to hop on call, and you're going to find their pain points, which is what they gave you, so what they're lacking. They told you that on the type form. And then you're going to be like, okay, this is why my program will help you with this solution. We'll teach you this. We'll do this for you. And here's how much it is, right? We have payment plans. You know, we can break the payment down if you can't afford it. But if it's a high ticket mentorship, you want to sell it for like 2 to 4K. Okay. Yeah, 2 to 4K, especially when you're starting. That's not that much to ask for. It can be a 90-day program, 120-day program, whatever you decide. Whatever is best for you. Doesn't matter. But you get the point, right? That's how the funnel works. It's not too complicated. There is more complicated funnels. Mine's a bit more complicated, but again, it's very similar to this. And this is the most basic, best, most personal funnel you can use when you first start. Okay, so now that we have the skill, the product, and the funnel, we have to make the content to get people to go into the funnel to then buy your product and learn the skill. So here's how that's going to work. So content, okay? We're going to go over to our important prompts, and we are going to go down to the 5th one. So we're just going to copy this. We're going to go over to ChatGPT, and then we're going to go to the skill, and it already knows the skill in the audience because I've already pasted it in. So I don't need to fill that out unless you're doing a new prompt, right? Unless you're in a new ChatGPT thing, then you have to paste that in. But anyways, constraints, so platforms, TikTok, Reels, YouTube, yes, that's good. So I'll just get rid of the bars here because that's what you want to post on. YouTube, we'll do YouTube long form. Make sure to specify. Brand voice, so like what kind of voice do you use? I use like, I would say strict. I don't know if that's like sometimes playful, and then like harsh. So now that you have that filled out, you just paste it in, and it's going to give you a content plan that you can follow. Now, I wouldn't have it fill or script every single video and you follow the script exactly. Like I would say have it script out the video, but then go and make it more human, make it sound more human. So go through it and kind of just say it in your own words. So re-script it in your own words and it'll sound a lot better. So, all right, there's your content plan. It's going to give you every single day. Like, look at this, bro. AI makes this, it does like 80% of the work. It's so easy. It's literally scripting out 30 modules or 30 videos for you to post. Like, this is crazy. This is the power of AI. Now, again, these videos aren't going to be perfect because AI doesn't know how to create super good content. But if you just go to people in your niche, look at their videos, sort of look at, you can go actually look up the video ideas and copy their videos, not word for word, right? Say it in your own words, but you can copy the hooks to a certain degree and sort of copy the flow of their videos that went viral, quote unquote, but they're still value-based. They're not like some gooner videos, right? You want to use these ideas. It gives you the ideas. But again, you want to go look at viral creators and look at their videos and then base it off that. All right, so now that you have your content, you have all 4 steps, bro. That is all 4 steps to selling AI digital products. And it's maybe over $160,000 at 16 years old. And if you want to learn more, if you want to work with me and so that I can actually teach you and make sure you succeed, just go to the link in the description, the first link in the description, and you can apply to work with me. And we have a 90-day guarantee. So the money you invest, if you don't make any money back by, or sorry, 120-day guarantee. If you don't make money back by 120 days by the end of it, then you get every single dime back that you spent, right? So you either win, make money, and you pay me, but boohoo, you're making money, right? Or you pay me, don't make any money, and I give you every single dime back. So if you want to apply to work with me, link in the description, and keep crushing, guys. Love you. Peace.